our boys have progressed. The Flying Eagles have advanced into the semi-final of the FIFA under 20, I be CAF under 20 AFCON, and they've also qualified for the FIFA under 20 World Cup coming up later this year. Bismillah, what did you think of the game versus Senegal, a penalty shootout victory, and how happy are you for the boys that they have been able to qualify for the, you know, World Cup?
I'm happy that they qualified because at least the opportunity will be for them to showcase their talents. If they have one to the world, and scouts can see them, they can get signed for clubs, and they can actually have better life. But when you say underage, the aim of underage is to develop players. And when you say you want to develop players, at least there must be some things that you want to develop. For me, sometimes these guys just realize that they are already 20, already 19, 18, 19 years of age. Just realize that they still lack this basic football knowledge. I don't think that we should really celebrate their qualification that much. Because at the end of the day, you can hardly see a player I can step up, you know, to the Super Eagles. I'll just say step up and see, look at, oh, this guy can be a player in the future. Some of them lack this basic football knowledge, and I'm really surprised that you know, I don't want to say because these are good moments. They've qualified for the World Cup. I don't want to say negative things and spoil the whole show for them. For me, I just think that there's some players. I just think that is this the best player we can see in Nigeria? I talk to you about what? About talent. Is that the best player we can see? In Nigeria? Is that the best player we can see from Nigeria? I saw my Gary, the right back. I was wondering that is this guy the best under 20 right back in Nigeria? The guy from Economic Warriors. I saw Awal Ibrahim. They call him Germany. The guy play for Aqua United. Is it the best midfielder we have under 20 midfielder we have in Nigeria? I saw Bide Miomale and Mole. Is it the best we actually would have in Nigeria? I saw Kings Jefta. Jefta. Is it the best right winger we have in Nigeria? As a winger, you will have this burst of pace, dribbling skills, quality to show. And they're not showing that. The two of them are not showing it. They're just staffing Parubo Ariri supply. So for me, I just look at it that there's some key areas in this team that the coach did so bad, and it was horrible selection from that coach. So I just think that if this is what we are producing, then we're gonna be in trouble.
Hmm. And looking forward to the semi-final against South Africa, how do you feel about that? Do you think they can defeat South Africa, get to the
They
final?
can, they can, they can, they can. For me, they can beat South Africa. They can beat South Africa clearly. They can beat South Africa clearly. You can see that they can wumble and fumble, in this and still get to the final, with it. But it's not be a different ball game because South African team can possess the ball well than the Senegalese. If you look at it very well, we struggle slightly, if we want to possess the ball against us. But for power, we can match people with power and strength, most times.
Hmm.
But when you say all these sneaky passes and everything, they can, when you see a team that can play, Kenya tried to play like that against Nigeria, and we did not really do well, against them. So for me, they can qualify. I don't want to limit them. They can qualify, but this is clearly not the best under 20. I can tell you, in Nigeria, and we can't continue to do these things and expect this different results.
Hmm. But what do you say about those that are saying like, oh, despite their setbacks and their lapses, people believe that there are still some quality players. People like Okoro, the left back, and they think that he's doing quite well. People like Daniel Bamei and say that he's doing quite well. Some people are praising the goalkeeper. What do you say about it? Do you not rate those guys? You don't think there's anything good about them, or what's the case exactly?
No, okay, let me give you an example. That's why sometimes, I can't sleep. I put head in one place with some of these people commenting. I'm sorry to say it, though. I'm not just it's come and rant here on YouTube or Instagram. I do my findings. See, there was a player that was, I don't want to mention these things, but some of these guys, we know them. We know them that got picked. We know them, and we know how they got picked. So it's not as if, let me tell you something, there's a certain age that a player will develop, and you expect a player to do some certain things in a certain age. See, in the new FIFA policy document, there's what they expect from a player that is 18 or 19 years old. You know, clearly you cannot see it from some of these guys.
Mm,
So I don't want to put them under the bus. See, what I would tell people here is this. I will not argue with anybody here, but time will tell.
mm.
Maybe that's how you rate Agbalaka was the best left back
Left
in the
back.
last
Mm,
20. Eh? Don't worry. I'm not trying to. Time will tell. The guy that is going to show that showed most promise in that team was number 9, Barobo Ariri. And I said it before. You know, see, time will tell. That is it. I'm not saying, I'm not arguing. Time will tell. It's going to be in circle. See, we have seen Nigerian football for so many years than for us to come and be talking about emotions.
mm. I will say congratulations to the Flying Eagles for qualifying for this tournament. It's always a good thing to reach the semi-final and to qualify for the World Cup. That was the goal. They've achieved the goal. I understand Smidlai's frustration because when you watch the games, you're excited about the result, you're happy about the result, but the play itself does not excite you, does not make you optimistic for what is to come. Smidlai and I sometimes have had conversations about youth teams in Nigeria, and I always tell Smidlai, ask me about this guy in 5 years because is at under 17 or under 20 level, we see a lot of players that we think are quality. When they make it to the first team in Europe or thereabouts, then they don't match up that easily. I said this after I reviewed their first game of the tournament that the quality of the tournament doesn't seem that high overall. So I said it from the first game that they can go all the way if they're just clinical a little bit, take their chances, a little bit of luck with their strength, with their pace, they can go all the way. But are they playing football the right way? No. Are they showing clear signs of developing players? No. And if you guys saw my video, I specifically said that we need to stop acting as if these two things are mutually exclusive, as if you cannot win the tournament while also developing players the right way. We need to stop acting like that. We need to work on actually developing players, teaching them to play football the right way, so that when they do eventually make it to Europe, they are not far behind their counterparts. Now, I hope and pray that some of these players turn out to be quality players and can potentially play for the Super Eagles in the future. But I understand that there are no clear signs of that happening right now. They face South Africa. South Africa have played 5 matches and have won three, drawn one, lost one. South Africa lost to Egypt in their opening game. So you might look at that and say, nobody Egypt will be beat before the tournament even starts. So there's no reason why we cannot beat South Africa. But again, it's not about just winning the AFCON. It's about where these players can be in 3 years' time, in 4 years' time, in 5 years' time. How many of these players can end up becoming key players for the Super Eagles of Nigeria? That development, that clear line of progression, not just, oh, okay, so they won the tournament, so what are you going to say? And we don't, at least I don't wish bad on anybody. When I say certain things about development or about players' futures, I hope I'm proven wrong most of the time if I don't have positive things to say. But most of the time I end up being right. So for me, I'm happy. I'm very, very happy for them that they've qualified for the World Cup. It means that they will get to play at a high level. They will get to show themselves to the world. Some of them will get to play in Europe, will get to sign for clubs. So I'm happy for them. I want people to achieve their goals. I want people to live their dreams. But I'm more interested in seeing where they are in 4 years, where they are in 5 years, how they are able to develop. I don't follow grassroots football in Nigeria that closely to be able to tell you who they should have called or they shouldn't have called. So I can only speak based on what I am seeing from the players that are playing this tournament. Bamei has been good, no doubt about that. He rightfully was named in the team of the group stage. But again, he's not showing signs of a professional player playing in Europe in terms of how he uses the ball. Right now he's a very rugged guy, winning aerial duels, clearing balls away. And those things are good. Those things are helping the team to advance. But what team in Europe is he going to join now and we expect him to shine? Not saying he can't, but we're not seeing the clear signs of that. The Okoro boy, I quite like the Okoro boy. To me, that's the player that I've been most pleased with. I think he has a lot of good quality in him. He's composed, he moves forward well, he defends well. And I'm not surprised that people are talking about him. It's about how he can continue to progress. Who knows? I know that things have not. You mentioned Agbalaka. Before Agbalaka there was Utin. Things have not gone well for our left backs in recent memory. But it doesn't mean that things will not go well for Okoro. I'm wishing him all the best. I'm rooting for him. Ebenezer Harcourt, the goalkeeper, penalty hero, saved. I think was it three of the penalties that he saved, or he saved two. One hits the bar. Um, you know, the truth is, I can't even lie. Somebody in the comments said he should be our third choice. No, you know, not because he saved two penalties. Like, the boy hasn't been great in the tournament. Let's be honest. The boy hasn't been great in the tournament. Shaky hands. When he comes off his line, he doesn't seem to know exactly what to do. Not good with his feet.
Distribution.
Like that's what I'm saying. So like, is it because he saved two pens? Oh, now he should come to Super Eagles at third choice. I really, really disagree with that, honestly. But still, when you are a penalty hero on the day at 15 years old, the future is bright. He can still improve, he can still do well, he can still be a quality player. So I'm not trying to rain on their parade. I'm not trying to knock them. I'm not trying to say that they are bad players. I just think that this comes down to really not even the players themselves, but the coaches and how the coaches are teaching them and how the coaches are asking them to play. Because Nigeria, we constantly go into these things with this win now mentality. You must win, you must win, you must win. And we don't think about, okay, will you still be winning in 2 years? Will you still be winning in 3 years? Will you still be winning in 5 years? That's the important question. Because no matter how much you win on the 20 World Cup or even on the 20 AFCON on the 20 World Cup, that's not going to make you all of a sudden be seen as, oh wow, you're one of the best countries in the world. We don't win under 17. Is this showing us at the first team level? No. Even at the AFCON level, we cannot say, oh, we're perennial winners of the AFCON. We are not. We only have three. And the last one was over a decade ago. So, these are things that I think are important. But again, I will say massive kudos to the boys. Massive congratulations to them for qualifying for the World Cup, for reaching the semi-final. I personally think that they have the quality to beat South Africa. So I'll be expecting to see them at the final. And then maybe even win the tournament. They have the quality to do it. I think Morocco will beat Egypt. So I'm going to predict a Nigeria Morocco final, and it will be a good one. Morocco, of course, we know is a country that is doing development the right way, and as we can see, they are also winning. So that just goes to what I'm saying about you can develop players the right way and you can win at the same time. It will be a good one for us, no doubt. It will be a good one for us, but and again, I think it will be a good match for the boys. They get to play Morocco again. The first game ended 0-0. So it will be a nice one. But again, people need to understand that the comments that we are making now, because I think somebody here in particular does not understand that it does not mean that we are saying, oh, that they will not be good in the future. It does not mean that we are saying that, oh, that they will not succeed. No, we are talking and assessing based on today and how things are looking today and the kind of training and development and coaching that they are getting today. Obviously, they can still succeed. They will still improve. You hope. Most of them, not all, because not a curse, but that's just the reality of youth football. But the ones that improve, the ones that progress in their careers, we hope that we're able to get some gems out of them. We hope that they're able to get all the way. But if you ask us to assess them today, it hasn't been the most exciting thing to watch. Let's be honest. That quarterfinal match was quite boring, I must say.
Mhm.
But ultimately we got to penalties and we won, and we're in the World Cup and we're in the semi-final, and we have to be happy for that. Do you want to add something like before we go?
Just say something that people here thinking that we want them to fail. It's not. Yes, just pay attention. Suppose they're okay. If they win, what will I say? I'm not saying they will not win. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about development. See, in 2003, we crashed out in the group stage of the U17 World Cup. Mikel Obasi. But 2 years later, those boys playing the final under 20 World Cup. If you watch that under 17 in 2003, you will know, say, these guys are the ones for the future. And Mikel later won the AFCON for Nigeria. So this is what we are looking forward to. We have won under 20 AFCON 7 times. 7 times. 7 times. We won it 7 times. We have never lost a quarterfinal game there. before 7 times. What we are saying basically is not as if we hate the player. We just want to see, okay, oh, if it's true out of 24, 3 out of 24 player that we know, okay, oh, this guy, in fact, you know that IoT, when Mikel won, when Mikel was the second best player in 2005, so Mikel played the AFCON in 2006 for Nigeria.
Hmm.
Yes, he played the AFCON in 2006 for Nigeria. So some of these players, if we go World Cup, some of these players can even be ready before that. But how many of them can you point to that can be ready? See, I don't want to. This is a live stream, and I can see South Africans here watching. I don't want to go deep into some certain things that happened before this team was selected. But I'm just saying, I'm not about winning. What is my business with winning? Maybe now so I go win with what's it called? 2007. In the 2 years after the captain retired. I don't know what happened there. So what we are saying is for you to get talent that okay, oh, this one in 2 or 3 years' time can be ready. Babaya has been playing under 20 for how many years now? Yes, it's not ready. Oh. He's only ready for under 20. I'm just saying not to slag Bamayo. I'm just saying it. In 2 or 3 years, are these guys going to be ready? Or are they going to be in you going to tracking them in Bangani, Bangladesh? Or they're going to be in Niger Republic? Or still get locked in the MPFA? That's what we're talking about. It's not about hating the players. So GC Jeff, please get it right. Continue IoT.
Okay,
12 is yeah.
wishing them all the best.